Hello and good morning. This is Mark, one of the TLC pastors, and it's been a while since I've appeared on one of these video devotionals, so it's good to be able to speak with you, share a few thoughts today. I want to begin by asking you this question. Who are you listening to? Who do you listen to? Perhaps it's a particular news outlet. They're your go-to source for information, or it's people that you follow on social media, or it's a radio personality, a columnist, an author. Maybe it's a Christian pastor or teacher, and in this age where so many churches are live streaming and there's so much stuff available on the internet, there's just an incredible amount of voices that we hear throughout the week. Who are you listening to? And I want to make a distinction between hearing and listening, because listening goes beyond just hearing someone. It has to do with how we are influenced in terms of not just our thinking, but our actions. In fact, I've been doing a word study on the word listen in the Bible. It appears almost 150 times, and in almost every instance, it has that connotation to it, that to listen is to follow or obey. And we do the same thing today. If you have a teenager and you ask them to clean their room, if they don't do it, you can say they heard you, but they didn't listen. And that's exactly what God talks about often with his own people throughout the history of his dealings with humankind. In fact, I want to bring you to Psalm 106 today, which looks back on Israel's history. And I want you to hear the emphasis on listening and obeying. I'm not going to read all of these verses. This is from the Message paraphrase, and it's really good. But starting at verse 7, it says this: "After our parents left Egypt, they took your wonders for granted, forgot your great and wonderful love. They were barely beyond the Red Sea when they defied the high God, the very place he saved them, the place he revealed his amazing power. He rebuked the Red Sea so that it dried up on the spot. He paraded them right through it. No one so much as got their feet wet." But it wasn't long before they forgot the whole thing, wouldn't wait to be told what to do. They only cared about pleasing themselves in that desert, provoked God with their insistent demands. He gave them exactly what they asked for, but along with it, they got an empty heart. They found fault with the life they had and turned a deaf ear to God's voice. A sad commentary on much of Israel's past. And as I reflect on that in my own life, I think of, especially verse 15, I just find particularly haunting, where it says, he gave them exactly what they asked for, but along with it, they got an empty heart. And we live, even in this weird, crazy pandemic, we still live in a land of plenty and abundance. And yet, we can often find ourselves feeling empty. And in this particular passage, it's linked to the fact that they no longer were willing to listen to God's voice. And so my simple prayer for myself, and if you would like to tag along with me in this prayer, is in the midst of all the noise, all of the competing voices that surround us on a daily basis, may the Lord, first of all, give us ears to hear. May we be able to, as the Spirit mediates his word into our hearts and minds, may we be able to hear him. But not only that, may he give us hearts that are willing to obey him, so that we can truly say we're willing to listen to the Lord. Well, God bless you, and may you have a wonderful day.